Hey guys, welcome to Everyday Guitarist. Today we're going to talk about my favorite pedals of 2019. First of all guys, if you haven't subscribed, please do that. I love doing these videos and you subscribing helps me to get more gear so I can demo more stuff and talk to you about more cool things, so I'd really appreciate that. Today we're going to be talking about my favorite gear of the past year. I know it's 2020, but I thought it'd be really fun to kind of look back and talk about my favorite things that either I've demoed or that I've played a lot of and have actual knowledge of. Without further ado, here are my top 5 favorite pedals of the year. Number 1 is the Strymon Volante. It's such a cool pedal. I had it for a while. It's really not something I can use because I don't need that Benson-y thing, but it sounds so unbelievably good and it's super useful in the sense that it's easy to get your head around. Even with all of the different tape heads and all the stuff happening, it's a really well laid out and amazing sounding pedal. And in the saturated world of Benson Echo Rec clones that's happening at this time, this is definitely the best one. And it looks cool, so you have no problems. If you're looking for an amazing Benson Echo Rec sound, check that out. Number 2 is the JHS Clover. So that's a clone of the Boss FA1, I think it is. It's a preamp. And it's just a super useful pedal on so many levels. I demoed it on my channel this past year. I actually ended up getting rid of it just because it wasn't working in my setup. But if you're someone who needs a really good sounding clean boost with a lot of tweakability, it's a fantastic choice. If you can run vocals through it because it has XLR ins and outs. It would sound amazing as a preamp into the effects loop of an amp just so that you could have tweakability and then run something else in front of it. You can do so many things with the Clover, and it's such an easy pedal to get your head around, and it makes so much sense just looking at it. And it looks kind of cool with all that green. It's a really, really good sounding pedal that I'm really happy I got to demo. And it'll probably end up on a board again at some point of mine just because I liked it so much. Number 3 is the Keeley Fuzz Bender. What a fantastic fuzz. I haven't actually demoed it on the channel yet, but I do have one. And genuinely, at $150, it is so unbelievably difficult to beat. It sounds so good. And it really is just an amazing pedal. It's the germanium silicon transistor mashup thing, and it sounds super cool. It's a super tweakable fuzz that sounds really good in pretty much any setting. You can get really crazy wacky sounds out of it, you can get really modern sounds out of it, but you can also do the vintage thing if you really want, and it's super versatile in that sense. And at $149, it's so difficult to beat, especially with how good Keeley's circuits are. They sound really good no matter what way you put it, and I can't get over the price for how much it costs. It's genuinely amazing. Number 4 is the Boss 200 series. So the DD200, the OD200, all their modeling delays and drives and choruses that came out here, just kind of the step below the DD500. Now, I've always been a big fan of Boss effects. They sound amazing, but the 500 series was just too big for my board. I had that, I had a Volante, I've had the Timeline, and they were all just a lot on a board, and I feel like the 200 series fits a really, really good place, not only in the market, but on my board for an easy do-all pedal. The only thing that really rivals the 200 series right now would be like an H9 or something of that caliber, but we're talking $600 or $700 at that point for the full-on H9 Max, where you can get the 200 series pedals for like 250 bucks. So I really love the hole or the void in the market they're filling, not only because they sound really good, but because they're so accessible and easy to get a hold of. The last thing on my list is the Matover Airtrack. Now this pedal, I don't even know what to call it. I'm not sure Matt knows what to call it. All I know is it sounds cool. It's a weird, fuzzy, preampy, I don't know what it is, but it sounds cool. Check it out. I actually did a demo of this one on my channel, and it sounds super, super cool. It's just such a weird sounding pedal. And I'm not saying it's the most useful pedal on this list, but it is the most fun pedal on this list. It does crazy noises, you get weird ring modulation sounds, you get all sorts of crazy stuff happening, and it all sounds cool no matter what you do. You can use it like a fuzz and try to get some traditional sounds out of it, but mostly what it excels at is just making noise. Right now on my board, it's my turn it on and blow everything up kind of pedal. It's the thing that I use at the end of the night at a show where I just want to make sound, and it does that amazingly. Now, is that something you turn on every song? Absolutely not. But it is something that is really fun And I highly, highly recommend checking out all of Matoverse's stuff, but especially the Airtrack with how cool and weird and different it sounds. So that's gonna wrap up my top 5 pedals of 2019. Thank you so much for sticking around. Please subscribe, and I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks.